All right, we're back. Sorry, I had to switch over. It wasn't the cameras that did it. The the power flickered and I had to switch over. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm okay. The power's flickered and then the power supply switched on about a second too late, so the broadcast lost the connection there. Yeah, no, we're okay. Just had to switch over there. Of course, as you're coming back in, if you would not mind, please tap the share button at the bottom portion of your screen since we are starting a new broadcast. Hopefully you guys help us get back to where we were at there. Share the broadcast, spread the information, let them know that we are back on air, please. All right. Oh yeah, nice indication of rotation now, heading right to the south of Bardstown there. It's not going to actually be there. It's going to be down here in the middle. Nice indication of rotation right there. But the radar arrow is trying to pick it up as well. No. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Just I had to switch over there. I'm not really sure why the watch was extended for Louisville till 7 a.m. But once again, that's not up to me. Let me take a look. Yeah, I'm not too sure why, but that's not my call to make. All right. Just kind of looking around here, getting our wits back about us here. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for down here in Bowling Green now to Russellville. Again, this is going to probably be for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. That is the threat. There is also a tornado possible attack on this for Logan, Simpson, Allen, and Warren counties in south central Kentucky. Again, this is going to be for Russellville to Plano to Bowling Green to Franklin to Adairville. Up here in central Kentucky, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Elizabethtown, Lebanon Junction, Boston, New Haven, Hodgeville, Sonora, Big Clifty, and already said Elizabethtown. But again, most of this is going to be on the southern side of this zone down here for Sonora and Hodgeville here soon. Again, we do have the tornado warning right here. It does look like a pretty impressive signature so far. Somewhere near Bardstown, it points just south there along Highway, what is this, 390? No. What highway is this? There's not a highway number there. Bluegrass Parkway, that's why. Oh my goodness, I'm a dum-dum. Bluegrass Parkway there, along the parkway there, heading across Highway 150, tornado warned area there. We still have this tornado warning up here as well. It's kind of a funky looking one. Not really sure what to think of it. Again, tornado warning still up there. I haven't really seen anything to support a real world threat there. But nonetheless, severe thunderstorm warnings do exist all the way for Falmouth to Dry Ridge, Williamstown, Crittenden, Butler, back down to Frankfort, Lawrenceburg, Georgetown. All severe warnings there. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, the main threat there. Again, guys, since we did start a new broadcast, if you would not mind, tap the share button at the bottom portion of your screen. Get this video out back on your news feed so that way everyone knows we're back live again. I would appreciate your help with that. Thank you so much. I'm going to refresh all my computer. I think my computer's just getting tired. New tornado warning issued now for Dry Ridge to Falmouth to Williamstown. Let's go ahead and look at the radar up here. Again, another one of those areas where it's just right in that radar gap, so it's really hard to see anything that's actually happening there. Okay, now my Facebook's not wanting to load. What is going on here? Excuse me. Hey, Bobo. There we go. Yeah, sirens are going off at E-Town for the tornado warning that left the area. It was never for E-Town. It was just whenever one area of the county is included in a warning, the entire county siren system gets aired, guys. By the way, again, we do have a warning down here for Bowling Green, Woodburn, Franklin, Auburn, Russellville, Adairville, mainly for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for that area. Warning here for Elizabethtown and Lebanon Junction and Boston, New Haven, Hodgenville, Sonora, and Big Clifty for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts there. Tornado warning does exist for Bardstown and Manson to Holy Cross there, Fredericktown, Mooresville, Maud, St. Catherine, Bear Wallow, Brush Grove, Willisburg, and that area. Severe thunderstorm warning does exist for Georgetown and Midway, Lawrenceburg, across Highway 421 there, stretching back toward Taylorsville, and then up here toward Owenton, as well as Crittenden, going up here toward New Richmond, Moscow, Brooksville, so on and so forth. We do have that tornado warning for Dry Ridge to Williamstown to Falmouth up there in far northern Kentucky. So we do have quite the activity still ongoing throughout portions of this line here. Let's see what my team is trying to tell me. Tornado warning up here has been updated. This is radar indicated rotation. This makes more sense now. That box was just funky. This box makes a lot more sense. Sadieville to Barry, now under that tornado warning as well. This is going to cross over I-75. So once again, if you are traveling in a vehicle and you can hear my voice, make sure you do not go under an overpass. Make sure you pull off the side of the road and get into a low-lying ditch if you can and have something to cover your heads. Do not remain in your vehicles and do not go under an overpass. Yes, if this line is past you, you are clear. So pretty much all of Western Kentucky is clear. Pretty much all of Northwestern Kentucky is clear. It's now along I-65 to points east. Thank you, Brian. Okay, just checking on some things real quickly. One sec. What is going on? Are you guys like sending a bunch of donations or something? Okay, so once again, tornado warning does exist for just south of Bardstown. Well, it does include Bardstown, but it does include Bardstown. But I think the actual rotation itself is a little bit south of Bardstown, heading toward Mooresville, Fredericktown, Maud, more for those locations. Again, just south of Bardstown, in my opinion, headed out toward Willisburg. Severe thunderstorm warning does exist for Elizabethtown, Lebanon Junction, Boston, New Haven, Hodgenville, and Sonora for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Same thing for down here in Bowling Green. Again, don't really see any rotation here, but nice wall of straight line winds. Probably about 60 to 70 mile per hour. Yep, about 60 to 70 mile per hour. Heading into Auburn, Franklin here very soon. I think this part of the line is moving a lot slower. It says it's moving at 60 mile per hour, but this part of the line is kind of just set here for a while. So not really expecting that to actually move very fast. Again, just trying to cover our bases here. Trying to make sure we have no updates from the SPC or anything. Okay, trainer warning up here has been updated. This is still radar indicated rotation up here in Dry Ridge to Falmouth and Williamstown. It's going to head out toward Falmouth here very soon. Tornado warning over here for Sadieville to Barry in northeastern Kentucky. We do have the severe thunderstorm warning once again for Frankfort to Lawrenceburg to Midway to Georgetown, now including Millersburg, Cynthiana, and Carlisle. So once again, keeping an eye on that area. We do have the tornado warning out here for just east of Bardstown now, heading toward Bloomfield, Springfield, and Willisburg. Severe thunderstorm warning still exists for mainly this cell right here, just to the west of Hodgenville. Which camera did he say was heading west? Industrial Park is west. Okay, we are on that camera, so we're seeing that severe cell coming right now. Look at all the lightning there. Oh my goodness, for a second I thought the lightning hit the radar tower with the way the camera acted. What the? I did not mean to do that. Hello? Thank you. You know, I'm texting one of my friends out here toward Mount Olivet so I can give them a heads up. You guys should be giving a heads up to your friends as well. Oh, okay, got you, Cam. Okay. All right, I have a friend out here in Mount Olivet who does a lot of stuff for us here at WNK. So I just wanted to give him a heads up that this cell is pretty much coming toward his location. No, the storm's not really weakening too much. I mean, it is a little bit. I mean, obviously, compared to what we saw back out here, West Kentucky, West Indiana, yes, it has weakened considerably. But still, remember that it was such a high, incredible threat out there, West Kentucky, that even when it does weaken, like we project it, and like it has, it's still going to pose a severe risk. Hardin County is still under that severe thunderstorm watch, folks. I'm not going to let you guys know that you can go to sleep if you're still under a watch, guys. Or, I mean, warning. Turn the radar off here for a second so we can see these warnings a little bit more clear. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. So we are on the right camera there. Wait, did that just switch? Why did that switch for? Oh, is Cam switching these? With that, that's pretty cool. I didn't know he could do that. Unless they're just scrolling. Because I didn't mean to be scrolling them. But if they're scrolling, that's fine too. Here, we're looking at the severe cell going into Hodgenville right now. This severe cell right here. Look at the sheets of rain beginning to go there. Oh goodness. Oh my god, I think I just got a lightning strike outside. Oh, I just saw a lightning strike touch the street outside. Oh my goodness. Oh my word, I have never seen that in my life. Oh my, I have never seen one actually hit my block in my life. Why are you in my chat promoting Ryan Hall? Dude's got like 300,000 viewers. I think he's got enough viewers without you having to promote for him, buddy. I have never seen that before in my life. It was that lightning strike. I mean, it was within a mile of my house. I literally saw it. It looked like a freaking firebolt. It caught my eye so hard. All right, back to the nitty gritty here. You haven't changed any. Why is it? I must be on a rotation then. Or unless I'm hitting them without realizing. Maybe I have a hotkey and I'm not realizing it. All right, so we got Maysville here under a warning, Mount Olivet under a warning. This is going to be for a 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Again, for those folks up there in northern Kentucky. Then we have a tornado warning for Barry, Sadieville, and Falmouth. Again, for those areas, Cynthiana, Millersburg, Paris, Georgetown under a severe warning, Dry Ridge, Williamstown, Crittenden, Butler, Owenton under a severe warning up there. Stamping Ground, Frankfort, Midway, Versailles, Lawrenceburg to Lexington now under severe warning as well for 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gust. Then we have the tornado warning for Bardstown, Chaplin to Springfield. Then we have the severe thunderstorm warning for Hodgeville, Elizabethtown, Lebanon Junction. And then a severe thunderstorm warning for back out here for Bowling Green, Russellville, Franklin, Adairville, and Scottsville. Those are your current warnings. EMS camera's a total whiteout. I'll try to pull it up if it's going to let me. I don't know why my OBS is doing that. There's got to be a smoother connection for that. It's not the camera, guys. It's my OBS wanting to freeze everything there. I don't know what that is. Of course, Tara. It feels like the storm is never ending. I could not agree with you more. Again, guys, if the line is past you, you are good to go. Severe warning in central Kentucky has been allowed to expire, by the way. I have never seen a lightning strike that close to my house before. I wonder what it struck, because it definitely was a cloud to ground lightning strike. That was the 1000%. A cloud to ground lightning strike. Okay, going to refresh that. I don't know why it's getting stuck every time I go to switch it. Tornado warning now introduced for Franklin to Plano to Woodburn, just south of Bowling Green to Scottsville. Go and take a look at this warning down here. Yeah, right where that little bulge out is. Yeah, I know, Cam. I know it's not. I know it's not a you thing. I don't know. Maybe I need to try different software. Because if we're gonna have cameras, I need that to work well. You know what I mean? Maybe I try different software. Maybe we'll do some test streams next week when things calm down a little bit with different softwares. Maybe we'll try Switcher. Yeah, we're also going to get some correlation drops here. Even if this is not a tornado, this is a massive wall of winds now entering south central Kentucky. Again, for Woodburn, Rockfield, Franklin, Gold City, Drake, Plano, Alvaton, Pope, Red Hill, Alonzo, Scottsville, Petroleum, Halifax, Yessie, Saddle, Polkville, and again for Rockfield up there. Again, this is a massive wall of winds with a little bit of a nudge out maybe occurring there. Again, we're keeping an eye on that place just like we are everywhere else. Again, if you are in these areas in purple, this is a tornado warning. You need to take cover right now. This is going to be for Plano, Woodburn, Franklin, Scottsville. This is south of Bowling Green Metro, so I know you're probably hearing those warnings or those sirens in Bowling Green, but this is south of Bowling Green Metro. This is for Franklin, Woodburn, Auburn, Plano, Scottsville, Alvaton, Drake, Pope, Red Hill, Alonzo, all those folks down there in south central Kentucky. Yep, probably just a little bit north of this purple arrow right here, along 31W, just north of Salmons. It's going to head right to the I-65 corridor there. Again, it's where we see that little bulge happening right there. You eat anything yet? No. No, and I'm getting very hungry. Thank you for asking, though. I am starving. But hey, we're here for you guys. You know what I mean? A little hunger is nothing compared to what some people have gone through tonight. I'm giving a text to my friend Corey, who lives out there in Mount Olivet. Let him know to take cover real quickly. Got to make sure your friends are up to date, folks. That's our job as friends. Again, tornado warning does exist for Falmouth, Barry, Robinson, Claysville, Antioch, or however you pronounce that up there in northern Kentucky. Severe warnings do line Frankfort, Lawrenceburg, Versailles, Georgetown, Paris, Millersburg, and Cynthiana. Again, looking at those places there. And then kind of a big gap here where all this just massive rainfall is occurring. And then we have the tornado warning cell down here. I want to take a look at this again. Last time I looked at this was bulging out quite a bit. Files, thank you for your $2 donation. I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't know if this is anything on the... It might be. This might be something on the ground. Either that or the wind is just so aggressive that it's just throwing stuff up into the atmosphere. I mean, you're talking about a wall of 75 plus mile per hour winds all the way from Bowling Green. So even though Bowling Green's not included in that tornado warning, Bowling Green, I would get in your safe spots as well. Because you got a wall of wind stretching all the way from the north of that box there, all the way down to the south toward Franklin into Tennessee of 75 plus mile per hour winds. So this is a destructive thunderstorm, in my opinion, at this point. Yeah, right now, we're going to kind of focus on the South Kentucky area where I do think there is a potential for a tornado to be occurring. Most specifically around this Woodburn area where we're seeing that correlation drop occur. It's not as tight as we like to see here, unless this is just the widest tornado in history. So it's not as tight as we like to see here. But once again, Woodburn, that's where we are seeing a bit of a correlation drop and that notch out. And then, of course, along this entire line from Hadley to Blue Level to Rockville to Woodburn to Salmons to Franklin, these are all 70 plus mile per hour winds along this line here. So Bowling Green, Plum Springs, Smiths Grove, Three Forks, Polkville, Alvaton, Plano, Drake, Gold City, Red Hill, Blackjack, Scottsville, New Road, Petroleum, Franklin. Everyone needs to be in their safe spots right now, even if you're not technically in that box there. We do have another tornado warning up here. This is going to be north of Lexington. This is going to be from Lawrenceburg to Versailles to Midway to Georgetown. Again, this is going to be another tornado warning active right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here. We have a slight correlation drop just to the west of Lawrenceburg, where that arrow really begins there. So this could be something that's rapidly forming out there. Again, just west of Lawrenceburg, heading up toward Versailles and Midway, just to the north of Lexington Metro there. Again, a lot of big cities just narrowly get missed tonight. Georgetown in that box as well. I want to take a real quick peek up here in northern Kentucky where we're seeing that tornado warning continue to go on. And again, this is going to be for Claysville, Antioch, however you pronounce that there. And again, this is going to be for Bridgeville, Neve, Brooksville, Bladeston, Berlin, so on and so forth. These are all radar indicated rotations. These are all very fast moving storms. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 tornado warnings right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Yes, there is a tornado warning for Georgetown, Kentucky. You have enough time in Glasgow to get to a shelter. Depends on how far away that shelter is. You have probably about 25 minutes or so. Yeah, we're starting to see that notch out pretty clearly down here. Yeah. I think this is a tornado on the ground in Plano. Alvaton, heads up. Get to your safe spots right now. Plano, get to your safe spot right now. Drake, settle. Three Forks. This is likely a tornado on the ground just south of Bowling Green. Again, everything I'm seeing here does look like support of a tornado possibly being on the ground out here for south of Bowling Green once again. Georgetown should be in their safe spot, yes. Yes, we already covered the tornado warning in Lawrenceburg. Yeah, this is just west of Lawrenceburg. Probably about 3 to 4 minutes till it's in Lawrenceburg. Probably about 8 to 9 minutes till it's in Versailles, maybe 10. And then over toward Midway here in about 10 to 12 minutes. Georgetown in about 15 minutes. Oxford in about 17 minutes. Go look at the storm out here in Mount Olivet real quickly. In Brooksville, we are seeing that notch out still occurring there. Wouldn't be surprised to see this warning get expanded out toward Mount Olivet, Kenton Town, Sardis, and Bridgeville again for that tornado warning in those locations. This radar gap is such a killer up here in northern Kentucky. Can't see anything. Scottsville, under that tornado warning, you should be in your safe spots. Again, everyone that should be in their safe spots right now is going to be Franklin, Woodburn, Plano, Alvaton, Halifax, Pope, Gold City, Three Forks, Polkville, Kepler, Bowling Green, Plum Springs, Sunnyside, Oakland, Smiths Grove, and Scottsville. Up here for Northern Kentucky, who should be in their safe spots? Lawrenceburg, Versailles, Midway, Georgetown, Clabber Bottom, so on and so forth up there. Up here in Northern Kentucky, Brooksville, Augusta, Falmouth, Claysville, Antioch, Mount Olivet, Sardis should all be in their safe spots as well. Again, those are the folks that should be in their safe spots right now. Again, for those folks that the line's already passed, you are clear. But for these folks, it's still going to be a long night. Glasgow is in the path of this storm if it stays together. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why sirens are going off, folks. I do not control those things. Yeah, but it's been a long night, my friend. We're going on, I think, hour number 7 here. What is our radar gap? So if you look at the radar real quickly, you have all these different radars here, high res radars, where they kind of they only have a little bit of a range there, folks. So when you start going in the middle of these radars, it's called a radar gap. And you can see these storms, unfortunately, right here in northern Kentucky, are right in the middle of a radar gap. So that's the problem with trying to track some of these storms out toward Maysville, Cynthiana, Flemingsburg, Mount Sterling, Moorhead. That's the problem with some of these storms up here, and that's why you get a lot of weird warnings, maybe missed warnings, maybe false warnings, but maybe so on and so forth. Again, because it's just the radar gap there is just killer. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated. It is for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts now. Again, everywhere from Bowling Green to Plum Springs to Smiths Grove to Franklin to Red Hill to Pope to Scottsville should all be in their safe spots, including Alvaton and other places down there in South Central Kentucky. Georgetown's under that tornado warning. You should be in your safe spots. Guys, if you're in the purple box, any of these purple boxes, you should be in a safe spot. They cancel that warning up there? Or did they? Okay, there it goes. I just had to refresh the radar. I was to say that shouldn't have been the case. The Bowling Green, the tornado warning is technically just south of Bowling Green, but there are significant wind gusts moving into BG right now. So that's why I'm saying stay in your safe spots down there. I do think that if there is a tornado on the ground, it's somewhere near Alvaton to Plano to Hardcastle down there, if there is one on the ground. And that would track toward Three Forks, Martinsville, so on and so forth to the northeast there. We do still have tornado warnings up here for Lawrenceburg, Versailles, Midway, and Georgetown, as well as up here toward Brooksville, going out toward Maysville. Here in central Kentucky, you're seeing strong thunderstorm activity, but you're not seeing any severe weather at this time. So that's why we have not mentioned too many folks in the heart of Kentucky there. Again, right now, if there is a tornado on the ground, it would be just east of Lawrenceburg, heading out toward Highway 60 there, following the purple arrow that you see on your screen, would head up toward Midway and Georgetown. Text my friend real quick just to make sure they're okay. You can just check it on my friends, as everyone should be doing as well. Again, it would be east of Lawrenceburg, just barely east. Thank you to everyone that's been sharing the broadcast. I appreciate your guys' help with helping us to spread this life-saving information. Again, thank you for doing your part. You guys are very critical. Thank you guys very much. And if there is a tornado on the ground, it would be near Highway 60, just east of Lawrenceburg, heading toward Midway, the I-64 corridor, and then off to Georgetown and Clabber Bottom. So again, remain in your safe spots if you're up here just north of Lexington. Lexington themselves do not need to be in their safe spots at this time. Yes, Emily, I've been keeping an eye on it, guys. I've been keeping an eye on everything. Louisville's all clear. That's why you're not hearing me talk about them too much. I cannot confirm if there's a tornado down, but I can tell you that there is indicator rotation on the radar. I'm trying to check and see if we have any reports. Looking around here, guys, getting a general thought of everything here. Yeah, still just want to give Maysville that heads up. This might go just north of you, Maysville, into southern Ohio. This does look like it's still an indicator rotation here for Brooksville, Kentucky, heading toward Minerva. My friend is sending me pictures of them in the storm shelter out there in Mount Olivet. Okay. Sirens again in Frankfurt, yeah, because you're in the same county as the tornado warning storm, but I can assure you there is no tornado threat in Frankfurt. Again, if there is a tornado on the ground, it would be approaching Midway right now within the next 90 seconds to maybe 2 minutes. What the? Why did it just randomly zoom in like that? There we go. No, there has not been any confirmations in Bowling Green. Again, guys, we're covering the areas that are immediately impacted right now. We like to give the focus and respect to the people that are getting immediately impacted. If that threat moves over toward your area, we will give you that same focus and that same respect. And I will let you guys know, I promise. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Faith. Franklin Simpson, I keep looking over there. You guys see me keep checking the radar. I heard a tornado touchdown in Plano area. I don't know if that's true. How true that is. Any confirmation? I haven't seen any confirmations yet, but I can tell you via radar, it did look like there was possible touchdown. Um, I don't see any confirmations at the moment. Again, I could tell you that right now. Again, I'm not going to do this again for a while, so look, pay attention, because this is the only moment I'm going to do this for a while. These areas, and off the screen there, I have to fix that. You're good. Okay, when the line is past you, you are good and you are good to go. You're going to still hear thunderstorms. You're going to still see a lot of rain, folks. That's just how it's going to be. But your severe window is done for now. Again, it might open again tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. A long stretch ahead, folks. But as of now, you're good to go to bed. No worries. You're going to hear thunderstorms, but no worries. So I'm going to leave it up there for a minute. Then we're going to get back to the impactful areas. And again, this does extend. I know it doesn't show it on the screen, but this does extend up to Crittenden, Independence, Cynthiana, Dry Ridge, Sanders, Owenton, Cincinnati, so on and so forth. Again, please look at the map real quickly because I'm going to take this off and then we're going to get back to the impacted areas. I'm not trying to be rude, folks. I promise you, but I'm trying to keep the people that are under immediate threats safe, and I would do the same exact thing for your areas. I hope you guys understand. And again, the line's not going to be perfect. So, for example, I saw someone say something about Frankfurt. Obviously, in about 10 minutes, that line's going to be out of your area and you'll be fine too. Thank you, Josh. Have a good one, my friend. Okay, that's it for now. I'm going to get back to the impactful areas. Hopefully, they helped answer some questions. Let me, All right, text. Keep my friend updated out there. They lost internet and power out there in Mount Olivet, so I'm trying to help keep them updated. No, this tornado warning is just north of Lexington. In Lexington, you do not need to take shelter. Check back down in here on the velocities down here for southern Kentucky. That's starting to get real messy. Now, that doesn't mean anything. It's starting to get real messy. Not really seeing a whole lot anymore. Again, we did see a brief correlation drop and rotation. I'll mark it out real quickly. I don't have any confirmations, but it started right here in Plano, went to about Alvaton, and then maybe stopped about right there. That's what we've seen so far. Right now, I don't see any evidence of rotation occurring. Does not mean it's not happening, but on the radar, I'm not seeing any evidence of it. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Campbellsville, Somersville, Greensburg, Mumfordville, Horse Cave, Cave City, Smiths Grove, Glasgow. And again, this is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and of course, it's going to have that tornado possible tag on it. Have a good one, Robin. Thank you very much. Again, if the storm line's already passed you, you're clear, folks. So, for example, I saw someone ask about Litchfield, you're clear. Saw someone ask about E-Town, you're clear. Again, if the storm line's past you, you're clear. If the line is basically where all that yellow and red is, okay? If the yellow behind it is just heavier rain. David, we have not had any confirmations, my friend. Like I said, I think there may have been a brief tornado from Plano to Alvaton, but as of right now, I haven't seen any more evidence to suggest rotation is occurring at this moment. Let me refresh the radar. Bowling Green, your threat's nearly over. Guys, remember, your siren roads are going to keep going off as long as you're in the same city as a tornado, or as long as you're in the same county as a tornado warning. Does not necessarily mean that you are involved in it. Water break, yeah. The winds, by the way, up here, Georgetown and Midway and Versailles are very, very impressive. And not seeing a whole lot in the way of rotation up here does not mean it's happening, or does not mean it's not happening. But this looks like more of a straight line wind threat to me. This tornado warned cell over here toward Brooksville. Maysville has now exited into Ohio. It will continue to exit east there. W hydration. Oh, it's a lot, man. I sit here and I've drunk a lot of water today. I'm about watered out. Yes, you have 4 more minutes on the tornado warning. That is true. Nicholasville, Kentucky, likely seeing strong thunderstorm activity, but not quite severe yet. Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, that tornado warning cell is past you. You're clear. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate that. The NWS mentions that it's about to cancel this or allow this warning to expire in Georgetown and Midway. I agree with that. This looks more like straight line winds to me. This does not look like anything tornadic at this point. And I think as of now, we're going to start to transition to more so of a damaging wind threat, despite the warnings that we see here. Yes, Bowling Green's almost in the clear. Again, now is about the time we start to expect the severe threat to begin to diminish. Again, does not mean it's going to go away completely, but even in front of the line, we do expect the severe threat to begin to diminish. Tornado siren's going off in Scottsville. That's because you've been in a tornado warning for a while now. That tornado warning has expired. We do have severe warnings from Campbellsville to Greensburg to Summersville to Munfordville to Horse Cave, Cave City, Highsville, Glasgow, Park City, Smiths Grove, back down towards Scottsville, Plano, Franklin, for you folks down there in southern Kentucky for the potential of up to 70-mile-per-hour winds. Lexington, you are now included in a severe thunderstorm warning for the potential of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That does go to Cynthiana, Carlisle, Barry, Sadie,ville, Stamping Ground, Midway, and over here toward, once again, Lexington and Lexington Airport and the University of Kentucky. Maysville, again, under that severe thunderstorm warning for 60 to 70-mile-per-hour winds, as well as Mayslick, Mount Olivet as well. And lots of rain on the backside, and get used to that, folks. Lots of rain over the next 4 to 5 days in Kentucky. All tornado warnings in Kentucky have now been allowed to expire, except the exception of this far, far corner here, but that has already moved out of the state as well. So as of right now in Kentucky, there are no tornado warnings active. That's the first time we've been able to say that in 7 hours. Bowling Green no longer needs to stay in their safe spots, and your severe threat is over. And again, just want to reiterate while we have a quick moment. I'm going to go over the model data here with you. Again, while we have a quick moment, you're going to see these storms continue to move out to the south. They're going to stall, tilt, pull back up to the north by tomorrow morning around lunchtime. And when that occurs, we may see another severe threat for far southern Kentucky tomorrow early afternoon. That would be Thursday around lunchtime to the early afternoon, where you see some of this rotation being able to be picked up by the model data here. Again, there's going to be a lot of rainfall, so I'm not sure exactly how extensive the severe threat is. But if we do see a severe threat, it would mainly be from the southern portions of Kentucky, or basically south of the parkways to the Tennessee border there, where I think Tennessee has a substantial severe threat for tomorrow. But once again, while we have a quick moment, I just want to reiterate, this is not our only severe window. But most folks should remain clear of severe threats until at least lunchtime tomorrow. So you have some time to sleep, folks. Get calmed back down. And kind of gain your wits about you. Once again, I want to reiterate, there are no tornado warnings in Kentucky right now. There's no rotation. There's no tornado warnings. Again, that can change, but right now, there are no tornado warnings in Kentucky, and I expect that this will transition to more of a damaging wind threat. We're starting to see this line decrease in its severe probabilities. We're also beginning to see this line go to more of a damaging wind threat. We will keep the lower end tornado threat for tonight, but the tornado threat is really beginning to drop down. Again, I can't say it's a 0% chance, but it is beginning to drop down a little bit. Again, if I had to put a line on it right now, let me zoom in a little bit more here, try to fit it all the way into the. If I had to put a line on it right now, the only areas I think we'll see severe weather possible for the rest of the night kind of looks like this. Possible. And again, the line is weakening. Again, it's not to say it's 0%, but it's possible. So when you look at the outlook for the SPC, oh no, it already updated. No. So again, this is kind of where that yellow risk started, that slight risk, if you will. I think these are the only areas that really have a severe threat for the rest of the night, per se. And of course, as I say, that we have a tornado warning right there. How ironic is that? But again, I think this is the only areas that have that severe threat for the rest of the night here. Once again, for those areas. So anyone outside of the circle, I really don't feel like you have a severe threat. And if you're behind the circle, you very clearly do not have a severe threat anymore. You've already had yours. So we do have a tornado warning active for Horse Cave, Munfordville, Greensburg, Summersville, and Campbellsville. Let's go ahead and read the bulletin here. This is radar indicated rotation for Greene County, Marion County, Hart County, Taylor County, Barron County, Metcalfe, and Edmonson counties here in south central Kentucky. Again, I don't have time to redraw the line anymore, as we do have a tornado warning active. Yeah. Maybe right there. Yeah, it would be right there. but in between Cave City and Horse Cave. This is going to head off toward Hardyville, Monroe, Webbs, Summersville, Eve, just to the north of Cablesville, if this can hold together. Again, it's going to be for just between Cave City to Horse Cave, heading off to the northeast there. This is the only tornado warning active right now, so I'm going to kind of zoom in on this. Yes, guys. No, there's no rotation in Georgetown. I'm gonna, guys. If I start seeing people spam, I'm gonna start timing people out for 15 minutes. It's not anything to do with you guys. It's just a matter of trying to get the immediate information out to the folks that need it. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that. Don't have to apologize. You guys are good. Again, if you're in the purple box, you need to take shelter. That's Campbellsville, Summersville, Greensburg, Hardyville, Mumfordville, Horse Cave, Cave City, Highsville. If you were in that purple box, you need to take shelter. How did it zoom in? I'll leave that up right there for a second. Andrew, thank you for your $5 donation. Says thank you for helping keep my family in the know and safe. 7 hours of tracking warnings and still going. You're the man. I appreciate you, Andrew. That's what we do, my friend. Thank you for staying up with us all night. You're a lifesaver, and I hope you get some rest soon. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. No, if we do see tornadoes, by the way, at this point, guys, if we do see tornadoes, there's not the energy in place like there was in Western Kentucky. So if we do see, and I don't want anyone to let their guard down when I say this, but if we do see tornadoes right now, they would be of the weaker spin up category. I don't think we're looking at a chance of strong or significant tornadoes right now. I really don't. Yeah, by the way, just to reiterate, we do have severe warnings up here for Mount Olivet, Mayslick, Maysville, Manchester, Millersburg, Carlisle, Paris, Georgetown, Cynthiana, Stamping Ground, Sadieville. Once these severe warnings in for your areas, you can go to bed, but at this point, you have to remain in your spots. Oh my goodness, I have so many donations to catch up on. I'm so sorry, y'all. Bailey with the $5, Jimmy with the $5, Tootie with the $10, Heidi with the $10, Justin with the $20, Allison with the $10, Sarah Lee with the $3, Rachel with the $20, Bailey with the $5. Wait, did I already say that? Already said that. James with the $20. Shop Southern Boutique, thank you for your $20 as well. $25 from Foxbox. Thank you guys very much for all of your incredible donations. I appreciate you guys a lot. Sorry for being so late on those. The lightning here is just insane. Let's take a look back in here and see if we see anything concerning. Not really. But the tornado warning is still there, so obviously you got to respect it. From Horse Cave to Hardyville to Greensburg to Summersville to Campbellsville to Lobb, Webbs, Roachville. What a name, by the way, Roachville. Imagine living there. Everyone's gonna think you have roaches. What are we doing with these names in Kentucky half the time? Curtis, thank you for your $5 donation. I appreciate that. Renji, thank you for your $10 donation. Man, I appreciate you. There you don't have to take cover in Scottsville. There's no warning there. Not even a severe thunderstorm warning. You do not need to take cover in Scottsville. I can't believe this is the first risk or high risk since 2012. That's crazy. Yeah, and it definitely verified out there in Western Kentucky with all those tornado warnings. Green County has a warning that is correct. Is Loretto good? Pretty much. You got about 10 more minutes till this line gets past you, but no severe threat. Horse Cave in the park. Yeah, I think we may have had a brief touchdown right here. I did see a correlation drop, so I wouldn't be too terribly surprised. I don't see it right now, but I wouldn't be too terribly surprised if there was a brief touchdown there. There may even still be a small. I mean, it's very, very brief though. Again, if we do see tornadoes from this point on, they would be of the weaker spin up category. Thank you, Bo. Yes, New Haven's good, guys. Again, if the line's already past you guys are good to go. Scottsville and Fountain Run both neither have severe warnings on them. Tomorrow around 7 p.m. Yeah, probably Braden, but it's again you're gonna have a lot of turbulence. Make sure you take a throw it bag with you. It's not over for Scottsville. You still have this strong thunderstorm to go through, but it's not severe, at least at this point. Harrisburg under that severe thunderstorm warning again for another 20 minutes. Again, main threat there being 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. Cub Run, I have no idea where that's at, my friend. And if you guys know that you're kind of in a smaller town, please give me a bigger city that you're near. That would help me at least narrow it down for you guys a lot faster. Again, I have no idea where Powell is. I wish I knew where every single small town in Kentucky was, but frankly, guys, no one does. Lexington's in that severe thunderstorm warning for the next 15 minutes, I believe. Yeah, Renji doesn't look too great. Yes, Bowling Green's good to go, guys. Georgetown still got another 10 to 15 minutes or so. Cub Run is in Hart County. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now I can zoom in. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see how far I had to zoom in to do that? So, like, for example, if I'm in Cub Run, I would ask about Mumfordville. So just for example right there. So that way I can at least give you that. You know it's generally very close to you. If I have to do all this just to get your city name to pop up, I'm probably never going to find you. So give me a bigger city near you. And again, that's not a knock on you guys. A lot of small towns in Kentucky. It just helps me find you guys quicker, give you better answers. John, thank you for the $25 donation. Appreciate you. This is a very rare occurrence of a nighttime twister outbreak. Hopefully we don't have to hear about another Mayfield, Dawson Springs, or West Liberty at sunrise. Stay safe, everyone, from Paris. Thank you, John, for your kind words. I appreciate that, my friend. Yes, Scottsville and Fountain Run does not need to be in a shelter. Again, this could shrink them back up, but at this point, it is not severe. I mean, you might as well wait it out since it's already over you. I mean, no sense in having. I mean, again, might as well wait it out at this point. But as of right now, there is no need to be in a shelter. Braden, thank you for your $5 donation. Says thank you for your great insight. I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much, Braden. Justin, thank you for your $10 donation. I appreciate that. Pleasure Ridge Park's about far good to go. Richie, thank you for your $20 donation on YouTube. I appreciate you, my friend. Yes, the critical alert is for the tornado warning in Greensburg. Thank you, Shane, for that report there. I appreciate that. Should Glasgow be in their safe zones? Again, if you're already there, stay there because it's right over top of you right now. But no, I do not see any reason to be in your safe zone at this time. But again, if you're already there, just make sure you stay there for another 10 minutes. It'll be over here very soon. Harrisburg up to Nicholasville, you do have a strong to severe thunderstorm up there once again. Stay in your safe spots. Again, if you're already there, although you don't necessarily have to be there. But if you're already there, go ahead and stay there. From Nicholasville to High Bridge to Harrisburg, that goes for another 15 minutes or so. Nikki with a $20 donation. I appreciate that, my friend. And there goes a tornado warning for Lexington. Just as, of course, as soon as I'm saying that. Katie, thank you for your $10 donation. I appreciate you, my friend, as well. Again, we do have a tornado warning active for Nicholasville, to Talmadge, to Ebenezer. What are those names? To Lexington, to Gainesway, to Athens. Again, we do have a tornado warning active at this time, and that does look like an area of rotation right there for sure. That literally was not there the last radar scan. You guys saw it for yourselves. This was not their last radar scan. Again, that is probably the best indication of rotation that we've gotten in a while. Again, if you are in Salvisa, Nicholasville, Lexington, Gainesway, Keene, get to your safe spots at this time. This is a tornado warning storm, and this is going to impact your areas. Again, purple boxes are tornado warnings, folks. Same thing for Campbellsville, Somersville, Greensburg, Hardyville, Highsville. You should be in your safe spot as well. A little bit of a tick up on the rotation there for Monroe. That's going to head toward Webbs, Greensburg, Somersville, Black Knapp, Bengal, and then over toward Campbellsville. Again, guys, right now we're focused on the 2 tornado warning cells. I'm going to pause answering questions about other areas. If the line's already passed you, you are clear. And trust me, you will know if the line is past you. You will hear it. Adam, thank you for the $50 donation. I appreciate you. Says thank you for sacrificing your family time to see that our families are staying safe. Adam, thank you very much for your incredible donation, my friend. Yes, we do have a tornado warning that is active for Mercer, Woodford, Anderson, Jessamine, and Fayette counties out there in the east central and eastern Kentucky. Once again, that does look like a pretty impressive signature on radar there of potential rotation occurring just to the south of Salvisa there. That's going to head out toward Keene, Gainesway, and Lexington over the next 20 to 30 minutes there for those folks. Again, be in your safe spots if you're in the purple zones, folks. Do have some rotation down here, again, just to the west of Greensburg, just to the southeast of Hardyville as well. Again, make sure you're remaining in your safe spots if you're in that purple box there. Krista, thank you for your $10 donation. Says thank you for always being here when we need you. I appreciate that, my friend. That's what I love to do for you folks. His office game. What is that supposed to mean? Can you update Horse Cave? Yes, the tornado warning cell has moved past your area. Richmond or Cartersville, again, not under an immediate threat right now, so we're not covering that area, folks. We are focused right in on the severe weather immediate areas at the moment. I will cover your areas if this goes over to your area. Al Capone with a $2 donation on YouTube. Thank you very much, my friend. What's your favorite thing about meteorology? Just being in the know. Just being in the know, knowing why things happen. I love that's the portion I love. Okay, we do have a nice signature rotation here just to the south of Salvisa, heading toward Keene, Gainesway, and Lexington. Once again, we do have a nice indication of rotation. Again, we still do have the tornado warning active for Campbellsville to Greensburg to Somersville. Again, if you're in this purple box down here, make sure that you're in your safe spot as well. Some nice rotation showing up near Monroe. Loretto being in the tornado warning until 2:30. There's not a tornado warning right there in Loretto. There's barely even a storm over Loretto. Glasgow does not need to get in a safe zone, guys. I will trust me. I will tell you guys if you need to be in a safe shelter. I promise you. I will let you guys know. I promise. I've been doing it for 7.5 hours now. I promise I will let you know as well. You have some nice rotation. Again, it's just heading northeast toward Lexington. This is not heading east. This is not heading southeast. This is not heading south. This is heading northeast toward Lexington and Gainesway. I get some nice rotation showing up there. A little bit too broad for my liking right now. But again, nonetheless, rotation is showing up. Emergency alert in Lexington is for the tornado warning that you see here. Is Monroe in the clear? No. You're in the purple box. You need to take cover. That'll be Lexington, Bryan Station, University of Kentucky, Gainesway, Keene, Pinkard, Mortonsville, Nonesuch, whatever the world that name is, Oregon, Highbridge, Wilmore, Nicholasville, Athens, Pine Grove, Mayo, Talmadge. Down here for this purple zone, this would be Summersville, Campbellsville, Black Knapp, Bluff Boom. What are these names? Monroe, Lobb, Eve, Elkhorn, Newt, Pierce. If I did not say your city name, you do not need to be in a shelter at this time. Sorry if I'm not sounding as friendly as I usually do. I'm trying to make this stuff very clear, so because there's a lot of confusion going on. So I want to make sure I'm giving it very clear to you guys. These are your two purple boxes, your two tornado warning cells right now. Again, as for elsewhere in Kentucky, I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. We're covering the two tornado warnings that are occurring in central and northeastern Kentucky at this point. Again, guys, I will let you guys know if you need to be in safe spots. Until then, just take a breath. Once the line is past you, you can go to bed. So, for example, for Scottsville, Glasgow, you guys still have 15 to 20 minutes each. For example, Willisburg, Springfield, you still got 15 minutes. Magnolia, you still got 15 minutes or so. Again, this line is going to continue to stall out and start to slow down. Again, this is very broad, but still some indications of rotations just to the west of Webbs. Go to Summersville, Black Knapp, Bluff Boom, Greensburg, and Campbellsville. Again, stay in your safe spots if you're in that purple box. Up here in this purple box, Lexington, Keene, Wilmore, Nicholasville, Gainesway need to be in their safe spots as well. This is not heading toward Richmond. Yes, guys, if the line is past you, it is clear. Vanceburg has a severe thunderstorm warning for the next hour for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. I do not see any rotation up there right now, even though it's going to be really hard to see it anyway because you're in that radar gap. But yeah, right now I don't see any rotation there at the moment. These are your two big ones right now. These are your two big ones, your purple cells here. That's because Lexington is under a tornado warning for the next 20 minutes. Yes, guys, Frankfurt is clear. Again, once the line gets past you, folks, it is clear. Yes, we are seeing the potential for a tornado to be occurring just to the east of Salvisa now. It's still seeing some indications of rotation there. It's not as bright as it once was, but the indication is still there for perhaps some rotation to continue to occur. Just to the east of Salvisa, going to Mortonsville, Pinkard, Keene, Gainesway, University of Kentucky, into Lexington Airport there. Would sirens go off for a thunderstorm warning? Unless it's for a general severe thunderstorm warning, no. If it is considered a considerable or damaging thunderstorm warning, they will go off. Again, Scottsville, like I mentioned a couple moments ago, has about 10 minutes left. Rocks with the $10 donation on YouTube. Thank you very much for that. Says thanks so much in Cave City, waiting for a warning to end and crash. And can't say thank you enough. Thank you for your trust tonight. I appreciate that, my friend. And sorry if I'm sounding like a lot less energy. I'm trying to push through it for you guys. Jessica and Carolyn, thank you guys for your donations. I appreciate that as well. Again, once the line passes you, you are good to go to bed. So yes, for Glasgow, Cave City, yes, you are good to go to bed. Horse Cave, yes, you are good to go to bed. Mumfordville, yes. Bonnyville, yes. Miss Grove, yes. Bowling Green, yes. Franklin, yes. Scottsville, yes. Frankfurt, yes. Sadieville, yes. Barry, yes. Brooksville, yes. Barstown, yes. And then everywhere else to the west, yes. Sorry, again, I'm trying to get the information as clear, fast to you guys as possible. Yes, Muhlenberg is safe. Thank you for your $2 donation, Ricky. University of Kentucky is under that tornado warning for the next 20 minutes. Again, guys, just a reminder real quickly as well, tornado sirens were not made for you to hear inside of your homes. They're not made for folks to be inside of homes. Tornado sirens are to alert folks that are outside. So some people are not going to hear sirens from their homes, and that's okay. It's not made for it to be that way. Made it with the $5 donation. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, my friend. Other than being way overbuilt, Georgetown is good to go. And guys, I will let you know. Lexington, University of Kentucky, Gainesway, Bryan Station, Pinkard, Keene. Make sure you guys remain in your safe spots at this time. This is still a tornado warning storm. I'm still seeing indications of rotation on the radar there. Tyler, if you're in an apartment, make sure you get to the first floor if you can. Guys, if you live in a multi-story building, always go to the lowest. Always go to the lowest and stay in the middle of the building. So this cell is still showing some indications of rotation. It's now about probably 7 to 8 minutes away from the University of Kentucky. Just to give you some perspective, guys. Yes. Again, if you're in the purple box, guys, take shelter. I see a lot of people in Lexington here asking if you need to take shelter. That's not even a question. You do need to take shelter. No, this tornado warning storm is not heading toward Danville. This one's north of Danville. This one could, but it should be weaker by the time it gets toward there. Again, back down here for Campbellsville, Greensburg, Summersville, you should still be remaining in your safe spots, as well as Saloma, Findlay, and Roachville. Please remain in your safe spots if you're in this purple box down here as well. Again, we are still seeing rotation just to the north of Nicholasville, out there in Pinkard, Keene, Mortonsville. This is where we're seeing the rotation out, where you see this purple line. If I turn off the radar, this purple arrow right here is where we're seeing the rotation at. That's tracking right to the University of Kentucky and Lexington. It is not tracking to Nicholasville. Sorry, I was spitting out my mint real quick, or my gum, I'm sorry. Yes, there is a tornado warning in Lexington. That's correct. Karen, thank you very much. I appreciate that, my friend. I have no idea where Wilmore is, my friend. E-Town's by far in the clear, guys. Georgetown's getting close to being in the clear as well. I do not cover Tennessee, my friend. Again, this warning right now is valid for Jessamine and Fayette counties, as well as southern Woodford County. We do have warnings up here in Carlisle, Flemingsburg, Sharpsburg, North Middletown, Paris, Cynthiana for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust up there. Harrisburg to Highbridge, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust in that warning box there. A 60-mile-per-hour wind gust possible from Columbia to Campbellsville to Greensburg and Summersville. Also a tornado warning in this purple box here, and a tornado warning in this purple box here. Those are your current warnings right now. If I did not mention your name, you're not under an immediate threat. Yes, guys. Again, once the line is past you, you are clear to go. For example, I'm still seeing a lot of people ask about E-Town. E-Town's by far clear. Horse Cave and Cave City's by far clear at this point. Again, it's just mainly where this storm is heading now to the east. So if you're behind this line, like back out here, you are good to go, my friends. Matter of fact, where is the current watch at? That's why there's a lot of people asking. For some reason, this is still under the tornado watch. I imagine over the next hour or so, we'll start to see some of these counties get dropped off. We've already seen Western Kentucky get dropped off. We've already seen Northern Kentucky get dropped off. We'll probably still continue to see more counties get dropped off into the future here. Paris is still in that severe thunderstorm warning. Until that is clear, until that is out, you are not clear. Again, heads up to the University of Kentucky. We still have some rotation showing up. It's not nearly as impressive now, but University of Kentucky, Lexington Airport, less than 5 minutes until this tornado warning storm is in your area. Yes, Western Georgetown can leave their shelter. Thank you, Bella. I appreciate that, my friend. This is radar indicated rotation, Lisa. This has not been confirmed. Again, Danville, no severe warning there. Tornado warning for Campbellsville and Greensburg has been canceled. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Columbia to Edmonton to Summer Shade to Tompkinsville to Fountain Run to Burkesville. Again, for the possibility of up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I do not see any rotation down here at the moment. I will let you guys know. I'll keep you guys updated on that. We still have the tornado warning active for Lexington to Gainesway to Bryan Station. So these folks in the purple box need to be in their safe spots. Thank you, Michelle. You have a good night, my friend. Amy, thank you for your $10 donation. I appreciate that so much. Again, I just want to reiterate, by the way, I think we're getting to the point, or I don't really think, I know we're getting to the point where this line is really beginning to weaken. So any tornadoes that we do see would be brief spin-ups. They wouldn't be significant at all. So even at this point, even if you are at a severe risk, I don't think it's something you have to remain up for at this point. Once again, I just want to reiterate, this is not something I think you have to remain up and awake for all night, even if you do have a severe risk tonight. Because at this point, the significant severe weather, in my opinion, is done. There is the potential for, of course, some more severe storms, maybe even a couple more tornado warnings. But I think they're more of the brief spin-up variety, and your severe storms will be more of the 60 to 70-mile-per-hour wind gust, which is hazardous, but it's not life-threatening by any means. Do you have a new severe thunderstorm warning? This is going to be for Campbellsville to Houstonville to Stanford, Lancaster, Danville, Perryville, Liberty. This is going to be for the next 43 minutes for the possibility of up to 70-mile-per-hour wind gust out there in central Kentucky. We do still have the tornado warning in purple here. Lee, thank you for those kind words. I appreciate your $5 donation, my friend. Yes, Clarissa, depending upon where you're at. James, thank you very much. I appreciate you, man. PBG, have a good night. Thank you, Bobo. No, Mike, I haven't, and they know I won't on these types of broadcasts. They're fine with the logo scrolling. Update on weather cams. We're working on those. I can't talk about it too much until some other dominoes fall into place. But we've got some good stuff rolling. Yes, Campbellsville is in a severe thunderstorm warning. Hazard, Kentucky. Don't expect much in the way of severe weather out there. Too much. Again, you could see some wind gusts there throughout the tonight. But once again, don't expect too much in the way of dangerous severe weather. I want to check back in on the potential rotation out here for Lexington and Nicholasville. Not seeing a whole lot at this point. So I do imagine they'll allow this warning to expire here soon. Paris, your warning has expired. Yes, guys, Elizabethtown is safe for the night. Do I still need to take cover by Red Mile Gaming Center? I'm going to be honest with you, Campbell. I have no idea what you're talking about, my friend. Can you please give me the bigger city that you're in? Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Yes, Shep is good for the night. Again, once this line is past you guys, it is good for the night. Jasmine is still under that tornado warning. Yes, if you're anywhere outside of this purple box, you need to remain in cover at this point, right here. If you see yourself on this screen right now, you need to remain in cover at this point. Again, this is still a tornado warning storm. So let's take a look at this this map right here. Okay, you have a good one, my friend. Yes, Haley. I mean, you guys still have a severe thunderstorm on the border there, but your severe threat is nearly over. And again, guys, we will have a renewed severe threat tomorrow afternoon, but I will let you guys know about that tomorrow morning. That's mainly going to be for far southern Kentucky. Guys, I have no idea where Midway, Kentucky is. You're going to have to give me a bigger city near you, folks. Mount Olivet in Robertson, Kentucky is good to go. Again, most of this here is going to go to your south now. Your severe threat should be over. Right behind Lexington. See, the problem is if I have to zoom in this far to find you on a map, your city's just too small. I'm gonna have to have some help. Is Versailles good? Yes, they are. Midway. But the way people are, oh yeah, you're fine. Again, still seeing some straight line winds and at the University of Kentucky in Lexington there, but not necessarily seeing any rotation at this point. Nothing has been confirmed in Lexington, no. Again, guys, if you're looking for forecast information, all that stuff is on our pages for you guys to view. Obviously, we're focused on the more imminent threats right now. Danville, Kentucky, under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 40 minutes. See, at the end of Kentucky's good to go. Versailles is good, yes. Warhead State's good to go for now. Again, you're gonna have these cells pop up in your area here in a little bit. A lot of this stuff right now is going to your north, though. Lex Ook, Maddie, I have no idea what that even means. I'm not even trying to be rude. I have no idea what that means, my friend. Jessamine County is still under that tornado warning. It is hailing in Lexington. Yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of hell with this. Edmonton, where in the world is that at? For some reason, I feel like it's down here. It is. I knew where that was. Down here, yeah, you still have that severe warning for another probably 20 or 30 minutes in Edmonton. Going to be a little bit there. Again, main risk being 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. Please talk about Lexington. I'm going to be quite frank with you. That's about all I've talked about for the last 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and time that out. I'm not even trying to be rude. At that point, either I'm gonna be quite frank with you guys. Again, I'm human. I'm getting a little tired here. I'm probably getting a little cranky. But please just hear what I'm saying when I'm saying it. I love you guys to death. I treat you guys like my friends, my family, and I'm gonna tell you sometimes when stuff is. I've pretty much been exclusively talking about Lexington for the last 20 minutes. No, Lexington's not clear. Still under that tornado warning for the next 7 minutes, folks. Vicky, I have no idea where that location is, my friend. Again, just to reiterate, guys, we do have Danville, Lancaster, Stanford, Houstonville, Crab Orchard, Perryville, Campbellsville, Liberty, Russell Springs, Jamestown, Burkesville, Marrowbone, Tompkinsville, Fountain Run, Summershade, Edmonton. Under that severe thunderstorm warning for a 70 mile per hour wind gust in those locations. Do not see any rotation down there at this time. Yeah, still don't see any. Still don't see any. Straight line winds are your main threats in these two yellow boxes here. See what the update is on the tornado warning here. Tornado warning has been canceled for Lexington. Lexington, the tornado warning is going to be allowed to expire in 6 minutes. Vanceburg, Flemingsburg, you do have severe warnings up there for you as well for 60 mile per hour wind gusts. At this time, there is no tornado warnings in Kentucky. I know this purple box is still here, but that's going to be canceled. Al Capone, thank you for your $2 donation. I appreciate that. Hey, listen, I love you guys. That might have been one of the most wild comments. when I've only been talking about Lexington for 20 minutes. Again, Richmond, again, folks, it's not there yet. Probably still got about 45 minutes or so. Maddie, I understand, but like for example, for that right there, I have mentioned Lexington by name for the last 20 minutes. That was just someone that completely was just not just spamming the comment section. That's why I had a little fun with it. Plus, the outlook for Moorhead is still expecting a low end severe risk here in about probably about an hour and a half or so from Moorhead. Yes, we do keep the severe risk. It does come back tomorrow morning or tomorrow late morning, early afternoon. Guys, I've been doing this for 8 years. I know how things go here. I know this is not my first rodeo, folks. And I understand there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of tension. But again, when I have answered an area for 20 minutes straight, and I see someone say, "Can you talk about Lexington?" I'm going to have a little bit of fun with it. I'm going to have a little bit of fun with it. This is not your normal weather page. And if that's not okay with you, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. I know this isn't for everyone. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. That's fine. That's fine. I try my best here. I'm only human. We've been going for almost 8 hours here. I'm going to get a little testy at some point. But that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I'm still here for you folks. I got your guys' back. You know I got your guys' best interests at heart. But sometimes I want to have a little fun with you. I'm going to have a little fun with you. Because if I don't, I'm going to lose my mind behind this desk. All right? You guys know I love y'all, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Again, in Richmond, you have about an hour until it gets to your location, my friend. So over the spring weather in Kentucky already, it has been a long spring and it's just barely started, hasn't it? Beth, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. Listen, like I said, I've been doing this. I've been doing this for not 8 years. Sorry, for 7 years, and I know how the cookie crumbles. I know when someone was just pushing my button, so I'm gonna have fun pushing it back. Just running back is BG in the clear. Yes, Bill Green is in the clear. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gust again in all these yellow boxes that you see: Vanceburg, Garrison, Flemingsburg, Carlisle, Sharpsburg, North Middletown, Paris, Lexington, Gainesway, Danville, Lancaster, Stanford, Houstonsville, Liberty, Campbellsville, Columbia, Russell Springs, Jamestown, Burkesville, Marylebone, Tompkinsville, Summershade, Edmonton. A 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gust along the line. Roger, I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate that. No, Campbellsville's still in that severe warning. If I'm in Lexington, someone asked about Lexington again. I would probably give it about another 20 minutes till you go to bed there. Just make sure that this backside is not going to do anything first. How many tornadoes touched down today? Again, probably going to wait for confirmations throughout the week, guys. Throughout the weekend. Uh, again, confirmations don't usually roll in until the next day, the date, following couple of days. So you're not going to know right off the bat. Please in Glasgow. Glasgow is clear, by the way. Do you need to get a safe zone in Summershade? No. I will let you guys know. All these storms right now moving pretty much east, northeast. Again, Thursday severe weather window looks to be just after lunchtime, going into the early afternoon, and it would mainly be for along portions of southern Kentucky down here. Basically, the places that aren't seeing too much today will see a little bit more activity tomorrow. Yes, E-Town's cleared. Wait, what is this? I gotta see it. Can I have an opportunity to have some more fun? Listen, if I'm living in an area under tornado warning, I want someone talking about it for 20 minutes. That's exactly what I did, my friend. Trust me, I got your guys' back. Just turn the audio up. I got you guys. Again, Edmonton under that severe warning for the next 45 minutes. This cell down here is moving incredibly slow, and it has been all the way since Hopkinsville. Lexington is not clear yet. Yeah, RJ, that wind, those wind gusts out there, not anything to play with. Georgetown is clear, yes. Campbellsville is not clear yet. It is past Gainesway and Lexington, yes. It is past it, but those areas not clear yet. We have to see what this backside does. Is Greensburg clear? Yes. Paris, Kentucky. Where did I see that at? I know it's up here. There it is. Still in that severe warning for the next 45 minutes in Paris, Kentucky. Erica, thank you very much. I appreciate your kind words, my friend. Tomorrow, again, the main severe risk tomorrow is going to be mainly between 12 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. For those of you who ask about when storms arrive, I hate to have some bad news for you. The storms are not going to stop until Sunday night. Again, just being flat out honest with you folks. We're going to have repeated rounds of severe weather and non-stop rainfall, which, by the way, I do want to take a real quick look at. Yeah, still projecting anywhere between 7 to 12 inches of rainfall for a good chunk of Kentucky through Sunday night going into Monday morning. So quite a lot of rainfall still on the table for a lot of folks. It's almost 3 a.m.? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so you guys kind of see for yourself. It's not going to stop here, folks, for a few days. No tornado warnings active in Kentucky at this time. I'm trying to include everybody in here. There we go, right there. Joseph with a $10 donation. Thank you so much, and thank you for what you do. I appreciate you guys. Sabrina, thank you for your $5 donation. I appreciate that. Melissa with your $5 donation. Lisa with your $10 donation. Thank you guys very much. All these Lexington comments are annoying me. I don't know how you do it. Again, I've been doing this for a while, folks. It's fine. It's fine. It's part of it, and I don't mind answering questions. I just have fun with some of the comments like that, where she said, "Can you talk about Lexington?" Like I have been doing that for the last half hour. Can we not donate stars anymore? I don't know what's going on with that. It's still active, but the star button, and if you go on any of my other posts, it's still there. But on live feeds, the star button does not show up. Again, so I don't know what's going on with that. Emily, thank you for your $20. That's a cool little sticker you use with that. Thank you for your $20 donation on YouTube. I appreciate that. Yes, Georgetown is clear. Definitely deserve a fish sandwich with extra tartar sauce. I think so too. Thank you. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Thank you, Jennifer, for your $10 donation. Sabrina for your $5 donation. Melissa, Lisa, and there was somebody else I accidentally missed there for all of your donations as well. I appreciate you guys so much. Yes, you can go to bed in Glasgow. Jen, you will have renewed tornado chances tomorrow afternoon. Again, you're not going to keep those tornado chances all night. You're good to go to bed. And again, we'll let you guys know. Lexington, again, I think at this point you can go to bed. You might still hear some crazy thunderstorms, but I don't think there's any life-threatening weather left for Lexington at this point. Alina, just a lot of thunderstorm activity. E-Town's clear. Weather Now Kentucky versus Ryan Hall, y'all? No, not at all. I think of it as Weather Now Kentucky times Ryan Hall, because I think we should all be working together. All right, so we're gonna do the famous line here while we have a quick moment. Okay, we're gonna do the famous line. Zoom out just a little bit there. No, come on. Obviously, folks out there in West Kentucky know you're clear, so I'm not going to focus on that area. Again, where these warnings are, the points west, you are clear. Okay, so that's Maysville, Cynthiana, almost Lexington, almost. Georgetown, Frankfort, Springfield, Campbellsville, Glasgow, Horse Cave, Scottsville, Bowling Green, Russellville, Dareville, Oak Grove, Hopkinsville, Madisonville, Litchfield, Louisville, Cincinnati, whatever the heck else is up there, Covington. Again, those areas are clear. I think this area in the blue circle has a severe risk tonight. Again, mainly for damaging winds. I cannot rule out a brief spin up tornado, but I think it's mainly damaging winds at this point. This line is weakening rapidly. Again, so I think it's mainly damaging winds at this point. Maybe some small hail. And this area right here, you do have a very small chance of severe weather tonight, but you're mainly just going to see general strong thunderstorms. Again, it's a very low. I mean, I would probably say 5% risk of severe weather. Really, maybe a 1% risk of tornadoes. This area, again, you're seeing it right now anyway, so you don't really need odds. But again, that's that. Those are my thoughts. So I'm gonna leave this map up here for just a second. Steven, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. Thank you for your $15 donation. I appreciate that, my friend. Driving from Tompkinsville to Bowling Green tomorrow at 12. Bad idea. Gonna be cutting it real close, my friend. If you can leave a couple of hours earlier, I would leave a couple of hours earlier. Again, Monticello, you're about to have a severe storm in your area in about 45 minutes to an hour. This might be a stupid question, but if we are clear, why do we still have a tornado watch? I couldn't answer that for you. I do not make those watches. I don't like them as much as you do, as much as you guys don't like them sometimes. Yes, Danville is still in a severe threat for the next couple of hours, or next hour or so. That's why you're still in that blue circle there. London, Kentucky still at a small risk for severe weather in a few hours. Yes, Cave City's behind the line, so you are clear. Carry on a note. Bowling Green's threat is clear for now. Again, may renew tomorrow around lunchtime. We will let you guys know in the morning. Yes, John, give me just 1 second. Yes, Kako, we do have severe odds for the next 4 days. Albany, Kentucky, obviously you have a severe thunderstorm knocking on your door in about 40 minutes. Coming from Birmingham, Alabama to Scottsville tomorrow, good time frame, maybe next week, Amy. I will not drive up there. I will not drive through all that tomorrow. You cannot pay me. Nope. Burkesville, Kentucky, I'm gonna shoot you straight, my friend. I have no idea where that's at. Yes, Lawrenceburg is in the clear. Liberty, you obviously still have a severe warning there for the next 20 to 30 minutes. Edmonton, Kentucky, you're very close to being clear. Very, very close. Probably about another 10 minutes. Harrisburg and Danville, again, under that severe risk or under that severe thunderstorm warning for the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. Yes, Nicholasville does not have a severe warning at all. Those kids could go to bed. Ooh. All right, we're gonna do. I think that's been up there long enough. Hopefully, you folks got some of your questions answered there. Let's go back in and check on our storms that we have ongoing. I'm gonna refresh the radar. That's kind of lagging behind a little bit. There we go. Again, for this cell right here in particular, this is probably the strongest cell right now. Houstonville, Liberty, Danville, Perryville. Very weak rotation on this. Not a whole lot, but it is there. Just a little bit. Again, just make sure you're staying indoors. Obviously, it's 3 a.m., so you should be indoors anyway. Wind gust up to 70 mile per hour possible there. Down here for Columbia, Russell Springs, Jamestown, Burkesville. I found Burkesville. Marylebone, Tompkinsville, Fountain Run, Summer Shade, Edmonton. Again, strong wind gusts, 60 to 70 mile per hour going on there, but I don't see any rotation at all with that cell. Up here in northeastern Kentucky, we do see some severe weather still going on up here. Maybe some small rotation here just to the north Middletown, just to the east of Paris. Millersburg, Carlisle, Flemingsburg, Sharpsburg, Vanceburg, all under severe thunderstorm warnings for 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gust with tornado possible tags on those. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts are the main threat in this new warning that just came out for Nicholasville, Richmond, Winchester, Gainesway, Eastern Lexington, Highbridge, and Harrodsburg. Once again, 60 to 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, the main threat with this box here. And from Keene to Gainesway to Winchester, Nicholasville, and Harrodsburg. I don't see any real rotation on this box here, so not too overly concerned about that. But the straight line wind damage threat is there. This entire line now is warned as it's going to the southeast from Vanceburg to Flemingsburg, Carlisle, Paris, North Middletown, Winchester, Nicholasville, Danville, Houstonville, Jamestown, Columbia, Burkesville. Again, this entire line is warned as it's heading down to the southeast here. Mount Sterling, obviously, you're surrounded by a bunch of severe weather. I would anticipate that being there in your area very soon. Did a tornado touchdown in Horse Cave? I do not have any confirmations on that. That was a radar indicated rotation. Again, not really seeing too much rotation out here, guys. There is a little bit in Houstonville and Stanford, but it's not overly impressive by any means. Yeah, let's see that little notch right there, just to the south of Houstonville. That little notch. That's a little bit of rotation there, but it's not anything to really write home about. Wouldn't be surprised to see a tornado warning come out, but also would not be surprised to not see it either. It's very close, but I don't really think it's anything to really write home about there. Again, Eastern Lexington is under that severe warning for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts for the next 1 hour. Now, I don't think it'll be in Lexington for that full hour, but it is there for the next hour. Yes, our county's going to go to bed. No, I do not foresee tornadoes in Ashland. There is no tornado warning in Kentucky right now. The storm line is weakening. That is correct.